Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jay Larone with Jay Larone Presents, where we go over the facts, foolishness, and black female fuckery. Today's video, we're going to go into this little 9-year-old rapper named LIL RT. I'm pretty sure y'all heard of him. I think it was about a month ago. People, showed this video and stuff on YouTube. And I think it's still up, but this little guy is like 9 years old, man, and he's rapping, some grown thuggish, nonsense, right? At his age. Now, clearly you can tell, you can't even understand the lyrics, right? That's just how young he is. Can't understand the lyrics. He probably doesn't even understand what he's saying. But Candance Owens has some things to say about it, and this has to go with, a lot of the dysfunction that's going on in the black community today, where we feel like it's okay to promote a young 9-year-old, rapping on some thug crap. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't agree with a lot of the things that Candance Owens talks about because, of course, she's a black woman who's married to a white man, and she talks about the dysfunction of the black community. But where is she making this stuff up? Is she lying about it? Right? There are a lot of dysfunctions in the black community, and she's just speaking out on it. So, and a lot of people don't like it. But you can't agree with everything. I don't agree with everything, but there are some things, some points she makes that are valid, right? And we have to look into that as adults. We have to have a mindset of, you're not going to agree with everybody. You just have to, like they say, chew up the meat, spit out the bones, right? Get what you need from it. So Candance has some things to say about LIL RT, which was on point. And then LIL RT claps back, right? And we're going to look at the video of what Candance had to say about LIL RT. And we're also going to look at his clap back and how there's like no grown-ups in his life that are teaching him how to behave as a 9-year-old little boy. You know what I'm saying? They're letting the kids grow up too fast. And it's like, I think Candance pointed this out, that the world, we are topsy-turvy. Young folks are trying to be grown, and you have grown folks trying to be young. This is stupid. It's like what's good is bad, and now what's bad is good. So it's a stupid society that we're living in now. So we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Fair use, fair use. If you haven't, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and let's take a listen to what Candance had to say about this guy, LIL RT, and then we're going to go into what LIL RT had to say about Candance Owens. All right. Again, fair use, fair use. And let's get into it.
Point you to a rapper. Unbelievable. He is 9 years old, allegedly. We think he's somewhere between 6 and 9 years old, depending on which person you're believing. But he has an Instagram account. He also has a YouTube account. I'm going to show you one of his rap songs that is on YouTube. It is called 60 Miles. And I just want you to keep in mind here that as a YouTube policy, if I misgender someone, if someone believes on the inside there's something, and I use rhetoric to suggest that maybe they're not, I'm considered a danger to the YouTube community. My video will get taken down. But this 6 to 9-year-old is allowed to have his video stay up. There's nothing wrong with the video that you're about to see from LIL RT. Take a listen. So in case you missed the lyrics, you would be lucky if you did miss them. I am going to slow it down because I think it's important. You saw a child there, and it's important to hear these lyrics. By the way, if you are around children right now, This is not the time because it's derogatory. It's worse than derogatory. So I'll give you 5 seconds, right? Make sure there's no children in the room. The lyrics that came from this song as being performed by LIL RT, the maybe 6, maybe 9-year-old, reads, "If she ain't sucking bleep, Lil B-I-T-C-H, you can get the F up out my S-H-T. 100 round, hit him with the Glock, take an effer down. 100 round, B-I-T-C-H, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind me, that's the cops. We gon' do 60 effing miles, yeah." So to understand that, he is basically talking about a presumably random woman who can't hang out with him unless she's willing to perform fellatio. This is a 9-year-old, okay? And he is talking about his gun, and he is talking about having 100 rounds as he runs from the police. Totally YouTube content safe. Incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Now, I want to be clear, as this is being debated on the internet right now, this completely saddens me. It is the destruction of Black culture. It is the destruction, therefore, of American culture. And this is what we are starting to see. His mother is promoting him on Instagram. If you think that there's a problem with this, if you think that this content should be pulled down, I do, then there's something wrong with you and you're jealous. People in the comments are calling this person Coco Felon, okay? And to think that this is a mother saying that, oh, he's talented, people in the comments saying, well, he's talented and she's trying to help him pursue that path. No. This is a kid, and I hate to say this because we've seen so many instances of this in the media, who will end up dead, okay? He is holding dollar bills, talking about killing people. If you think that his mother is setting him on the right path, then it's because you're an idiot, okay? You are an idiot who contributes nothing to our society. And yes, some people have realized that. Here are some other comments that have appeared under this video. Y'all shouldn't be promoting this at all. There is nothing funny about it, says one person. Another person says his parents failed him. A third person says it's sad that kids can't be kids anymore. And all of those people are correct. Now, if you're thinking, shouldn't he be in school? You would be right. Because there's this video on his Instagram page. Take a listen.
You didn't say I'm only 9.
So they're laughing. He obviously has taken a piece of paper. He attempts to read it and says, "What the F does this say? I'm only 9," which is to suggest, obviously, that he can't read. So he needs somebody to come read that. People are giggling and laughing. It's not funny. If you are, in fact, 9 years old, not only should you be able to read, you should be able to read chapter books, okay? You should be in the 4th grade. And the 4th grade is when I began reading Harry Potter. If you can't read a piece of paper when you are 9 years old, then your mother has failed you, the school system has failed you, this country has failed you, and you have no chance. And it's not because of you. It's honestly not this kid's fault, which is why I'm not going to sit here and make fun of him. Has everything to do with his surroundings and the crisis that I am talking about in this country. Whether it is a kid that is actually in college, sitting in a university dorm, talking about how he's not getting drafted because he's on Wellbutrin, or it's this kid who's talking about Glocks that he wants to load up, and women, he's prepubescent, that won't perform sex acts on him. We are in a really bad place in this country.
Right. And another point, like she was saying, at that age, and we all know in the Black community, these little boys are not reading, at a grade level, right? Certain grade levels, they're supposed to be reading it. They're not there. These kids are going into high school, barely able to read, barely able to articulate themselves, right? Can't even, say what's on their mind, and it's crazy. It's like, what's happening? They're not reading, and it's at 9 years old, like she said, yeah, you about the fourth grade, you should be able to, how you gonna pick up a piece of paper and say you can't read it? And the people in the background are just laughing at it. Also, I want to point out, people were saying that the mom was saying that they're saying that the mom is, trying to cultivate her child because he has talent. And she's trying to, help promote his talent. It's one thing to help promote your child, and cultivate their talent, but you don't go out there and have them rapping about stuff that they shouldn't be rapping about, right? It's like when Raven Simone back in the day when she was young, she was a little girl, she had a song out. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of child singers. And with Raven Simone, what was she singing about? Like sugar and, little girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. You know what I mean? And same thing, another bad creation. Those little boys were young. But what was they rapping about? They were young rappers. They rapping about Aisha at the playground. You know what I mean? Nothing derogatory, nothing sexual, just kitty stuff, right? So, it's crazy how we can take something and miss the point. I understand that the mother is trying to, her son's got talent. She's trying to get him noticed, but you can do that without have him rapping about having his D, sucked on and pulling Glocks out on people. And I mean, just stupid, thuggish. But these are the kids that these single moms are raising, right? These are the Pookies and Ray Rays. So if you women that are out here having kids by these dudes that y'all say ain't worth sugar honey iced tea, this is that dude at 9 years old, right? The guy that you got sleeping on your couch, driving your car, playing video games all day while you at work. This is him at 9. This is how he was like when he was like 9 or 10 years old. And who's raising this 9 and 10-year-old? A single mom, more than likely. And if his father is in his life, and his father ain't about SHIT, he's another Pookie. You know what I'm saying? So you got a Pookisha and a Pookie raising a little young Pookie. And that's all that is, right? So let's go ahead and get back into it.
That's the point. We are in a really bad place. Shame on YouTube for allowing that content to stay up there. Shame on Instagram for allowing us to go through this. There should be a cry out and a demand that these videos get taken off of the internet. Moving on, and still talking about videos that should definitely be taken off the internet, because I don't think I've ever cringed.
Okay, sorry about that. I was on mute again. But yeah, she's done with that. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this next video where LIL RT kind of, I guess, called herself clapping back at Candance Owens on what she just talked about here. So let's take a listen to this, man. Listen to this nonsense again. You got parents or you have grown folks around him laughing like nobody's trying to push this kid in the right direction. All right.
Parenting, we're really talking about children, right? What is happening right now in American society with our children, the things that they are being exposed to. Well, I think it was last week I covered for you a 9-year-old rapper, an illiterate rapper, literally cannot read, named LIL RT. And so I recently covered his music video, which is up on YouTube. He's got an Instagram page. It's called 60 Miles. And in the lyrics, he's talking about women who he doesn't want to hang out with unless they're willing to suck his D. Yeah, he's 9 years old again, so he hasn't even gone through puberty. These are the kinds of lyrics that were coming out. And we covered this piece because it's not funny. It speaks to the corrosion of our culture. It speaks to the corrosion of Black culture, obviously a part of the bigger American picture. And people shouldn't find this sort of content to be funny. Well, it turns out that LIL RT, the 9-year-old rapper who cannot read but raps about sex, responded to me. I want to show you what LIL RT had to say. Take a listen.
What do you want to say to her? Why? What happened?
Cause I'm being myself. They always start talking about my video.
Bring it to her restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You were telling me about that food trash.
So you hear him say that I need to be quiet because I'm all up in his silk. He's obviously being egged on by the adults, and that's really who I want to respond to, because little RT is a child, and my heart breaks for him, genuinely. I see a child that could have so much potential, and yet he is surrounded by monsters, people that know that they are not furthering his rap career. In fact, they are probably leading him down a path of harm. Obviously, if he cannot even read at the age of 9 years old, the future is not looking bright for him unless there is some sort of an extreme intervention, in which there should be. You have people over at Child Protective Services that will show up at your house if you refuse the vitamin K shot for your infant at the hospital. And yet you have little RT that's creating content on the internet talking about women performing sex acts on him, talking about running from the police, and there's no problem here. That's just what they expect for Black Americans. They expect their prospects to be, well, let's return to the streets. You should always be on the streets. You should want to be a ball player, which is probably not going to happen statistically. You have virtually a 0% chance of being the next LeBron James. But if you pursue this path of music, or you pursue this path of sports, maybe you end up like little RT and hope that you're not dead by the time you're 20. And so they're egging him on there, and he's saying she's all up in my silk. I can't answer that because I don't know what it means. I don't care to know what it means. I'm not for the streets. I'm not all up in your silk. I'm paying attention to how your parents are harming you, which your underdeveloped brain obviously can't comprehend. But they comprehend what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Whatever, they wrote some disclaimer there that he thinks I own a restaurant. I don't. They think it's funny to show that people are just jealous of him. We aren't. We are concerned for him because we should be concerned. Every person should be concerned when there is a young child who should have their entire world before them, who instead is sitting on a couch responding like as if he's in a rap battle with someone who is expressing concern for his life.
Right. And, she has a point there. You have grown people thinking this is funny, right? Thinking that this is the behavior that this is okay behavior for a little kid, for a little 9-year-old, And to be honest with you, yeah, I think a lot of this new lingo, this new street slang is they're just making stuff up, like, all up in your silk. I mean, if you look at the context clues in this, I mean, you could think that I guess that means, you all up in my business. That's the way I'm taking it, as being all up in my silk means, she all up in my business. I mean, where does silk come in with that? I have no idea, but that's just what I get from it. All up in my silk means, she's all up in my business. But I mean, you're a little boy. You don't have any business. You're 9 years old. What business do you have? You know what I'm saying? But like she said, the Black community promotes this craziness, and nobody thinks that anything is wrong with it. A lot of people are on board with it. He's talented. She needs to cultivate his talent. She needs to promote his talent. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. It's crazy, straight nonsense, right? So you guys, drop some comments down below, man. Tell me what y'all think. If you haven't, go ahead, like, subscribe, share. You guys, please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe we can do anything?